This is the final tutorial, which is covering the scrolling list editors. And I'm going to go through, if you recall, we showed you a couple of them, like the production build list, where it had a list portal. Let's go ahead and take a look at them, and they're all the same pretty much. For example, let's take a look at the one we have behind here, which is the list work area. And this is the work area where you're actually working on the vehicle, and it's on the production screen. And you can see that it has the production schedule where you can have a hotkey which will take you right to that screen. And you'll notice that in that screen, when we're in the screen, these highlighted areas are those particular ones. For example, the build area, the build task, the labor type, and the labor person and labor rate. These have different pop-ups that take care of those, where you're actually adding the information for the drop-down lists. And they're all part of the list views that you'll see in here within the screen, where you have the work task, the work labor, and the work person. And you can go ahead and edit those or draw to them by using the particular screens as far as the list down here, or the ones that are over here on the actual screens. So for example, like work task area has the individual work tasks, things that you may be doing as far as the production list is concerned, where you're putting that information in. And of course, like before, you add a record, and then you go ahead and put the data up here in this. And then if you need to edit it, like if I wanted to edit the form, I could go ahead and do that, the paint and whatever. And you can add as many as you need to for your production, for whatever you're doing as far as the build list is concerned for the work area. Okay, now if you need to find them, you would normally use this to do a search, but be aware that this is a portal and it's not going to work in this screen unless you actually look here, but you don't have to, because all of the items that are in here are going to be on this screen only. So you would not be creating a new record, so to speak, as far as each one of these, because as you add a new one here, it's adding it and editing up here on the screen. If you wanted to look for it, you can still see it in this portal as far as looking for that information, and that's true of all the portal records that are in the list portals down here, like labor type, and the list for person for the labor and the labor type drop down. For example, the information for the person and or the labor rate. Now, obviously, what you would want to do is you'd want to come in here and edit these by clicking on here and then editing the information that's in here for the people and put your own people in. I keep calling this overwriting, and that's what you're basically doing. You're overwriting the current information that's in here. You can edit each one of these individual records, and as I stated in an earlier video, the group task stays blank, where you can just add the labor rate, which is the average of the different rates that are available in the all the rates for the people that you're actually using. It would be different if you had two people where they're Smith and another guy were, say, for example, all $20 an hour. Then that's the rate that you would be using in the group rate when you go and you're using a group of different people that have different names. You can always put somebody in there as far as the information if you need to, if you want to have an individual that's working there. But in a group thing, it's all people at the same rate, where you're blending it and then putting in one thing they call group rate and the value of whatever the rate is. Now that's done actually in the production screen when you're working in the record. So for example, if you saw one that was in here as a group rate, you could put in the blended rate for that person for the labor rate. Okay, now if you have questions about how to use that information in the list, you can always contact us and we can explain in detail if you need that information. The same thing goes for all the different things that are in our application. If you need help, you can always do action, developer support, and then go ask questions. Support is always free, so you don't have to worry about an extra expense to you. We're very happy to help you either by email. You can call us. You can use Skype, where we can do one-on-one on the screen and show you the screen itself, or if you're on a desktop computer, you can show us your screen and we can see the actual information in the way you're entering the information. Now, one of the things I want to follow, and it's just the last thing, and explain it, that if you get stuck, don't get frustrated. Technical support is here to help you, and if you need help, don't get frustrated or just give up, because in most cases, if we have people that are having that issue, we can solve your issues for you very quickly and get you back on the road to success. Thank you.